Hello and welcome to Digital Wood Carver. My name is Laney Shaughnessy, and today Burl Tishner and I are out in the field. We're on location. We're at some of our customers' storefronts and everything, and we're going to be introducing them in just a moment. Let me bring Burl in. Burl's up in Indiana, and he is with one of our customers, Bobby Dunlap. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing fabulous.
Doing great, Laney.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous day up here in Indiana, and we're in a beautiful part of Indiana, and we'll talk about that a little bit more, but we're excited today. It's something that we're trying new, going out to some of our customers. We have a lot of successful customers, but two of our very successful customers, and kind of tell them a little bit about their story today. So we got a good show going tonight.
Excellent. Well, folks, this is our first time kind of actually going out in the field on location. So hang with us for this hour. It's going to be great. We're going to make it as good as possible. Just know there may be some video or audio interruptions and things. We'll work through those as they come because, I wasn't quite prepared on my end with the hotspot or the internet signal. And Burl's, he's got his end with his audio. So hang with us. We're going to do good. Let me start, Burl, by talking to my guest over here. This is, again, AJ Albrecht and Joe Albrecht, and they are the owners of AJ's Kitchen Drawer. We are located, the store here front is located in Tampa, Florida, and it's a very cool store. It's a dual storefront with a culinary cooking school on one side and their store items where they sell their retail items for kitchen accessories and things like that on the other. We're going to get over to Burl and his guest in a minute, but before we do, AJ, tell me a little bit about the store. What all you do? You teach classes here?
Yeah, where we're standing right now, this is our culinary center. We do cooking classes here for kids, adults, do team building things, birthdays, just about any kind of celebration you can imagine. We can come in here and we just have a good time making some food, trying some new things. And of course, in our class, they also use our knives, our cutting boards, all the cool things that we make.
Absolutely. And, some of the things as we're talking and stuff, they make all kinds of cool little accessories and stuff. But wait till you see the nice items that we're going to show off in just a moment. But as AJ was saying, is their culinary school, they kind of feed each other almost in a sense because they do use your knives and they make everything. Any of the wood products that they sell here is made by Joe and AJ. You handle most of the kitchen cooking, or do you kind of do the building as well?
I help with the design as well. We have a laser engraver, so we can put people's names, dates, logos, things like that on there for them. So I usually run the customizing part, and he's doing most of the woodwork.
Now, Joe, you own a big ranch where you get all your wood from, and it's up north. Where's it located at up north?
It's in southwestern Wisconsin, and we have a pretty large ranch, and we try to, according to the forester, harvest our wood every so often. And I really didn't want to cut any, but we have to, so we keep all the oak and the walnut, cherry, hickory, have it cut and kiln dried for us, and we use that as much as we can.
Yeah, you put it to good use, and we're going to show off some of your beautiful products here in a bit. But every once in a while, you take a trip up there to bring back loads of wood when you need it for stuff. Yeah,
in fact, I'm ready to go up there in a few days and see the family up on the ranch and my grandchildren, Ashley, Tommy. No,
absolutely. And AJ's Kitchen Drawer is located at 13974 West Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa, Florida. Beautiful items. You're going to see it, folks, if you're in the Tampa area. And is the cooking schools open to the public for them to come in and learn cooking from you and stuff?
Yes, it is. So we offer public classes on the weekends. Each one of them has its own theme. We make 4 different courses together. You do it all hands-on. You get to sit down and eat it at the end. So we do public classes. We do private ones. We have actually summer camps going on right now. So excellent. I have kids in here every day learning how to cook just about everything.
Absolutely. Well, If you're in the Tampa area and you want to see a beautiful store and some nice handmade items that, not handmade, but, well, handmade, but Digital Wood Carver products, they also have an entire line of other items that aren't made on the Digital Wood Carver. But Burl, in this situation with AJ and them, they had their business, and it's probably going to be the same with Bobby, but they had their business, and the Digital Wood Carver CNC was incorporated into the business. And it's been a beautiful addition, and we'll show that in a bit. But Burl, I'm going to step back here a minute. Can you tell me a little bit about your guest?
Yes, we're in, if you're familiar with Indiana, one of the prettiest areas. Most of Indiana is flat, but down in the southern part, there are some hills. And we have an area, if you're familiar with a tourist area like Gatlinburg, or this is up in this area where you have mountains. This is kind of our Indiana's tourist area. It's in Nashville, Indiana. And Bobby and his wife Kim Dunlap have a store in this little tourist little town here. And we're going to talk to them a little bit more about it. We'll get Bobby talking about it. But I kind of wanted to set up a little bit of what their surroundings are. You know, this is a small town. I don't know what the population is, but
800
people. I grew up in southern Indiana, so I'm very familiar with the Nashville area here, where we walk the streets. You have everything. One of the unique things that I appreciate about what Bobby and his wife do in a store, me as a customer, is they bring what people come to this area to look for. They have stores for that. You know, they sell, and I don't want to take away what Bobby's going to tell us here in a little bit, but this is stuff that they put their, hands to doing, hands on. This isn't something they order off of a catalog, get it into this area and just sell it. They're not just retail people. They literally hand build this stuff, and it is just absolutely gorgeous what all they do. So do you mind, Bobby, telling just a little bit? We don't want to go too much. We'll take a little more time and show you around some of the beautiful things that you do. And you have a little bit of a variety here,
Right.
Not just making, and I don't want to say just signs, but you do a lot of that. But you got some other unique things that you do, and you got some other products. So I love that diversity, where you don't have all your eggs in necessarily one basket. So just give us just a little glimpse, and then we'll expound on it a little bit later. And show you around some of that. So tell us just a little bit about what you do here, maybe how you got started, as far as your background of, did you have the store before you had the Digital Wood Carver, or a little bit about that?
We, first of all, Kim and I are very proud of the fact that we make everything in this store, with the exception of two products, the wooden turn bowls and the paintings that are here. We hand make everything in this store, including the candles and the soap. All the woodworking is done in my workshop here locally. Roughly 90% of the wood we use in here is right here from Brand County. It's harvested here. We are a very big logging county in this area. We've been in business. This is going on 6 years. We were in business for 4 until I got introduced to you and Digital Wood Carver. Made my first purchase of a 2440 machine, and since have made a second purchase.
Yep.
So we're very proud of those. Digital Wood Carver machine. It was a great addition to our store. As you can see, there are a lot of signs in here.
So your business
Now,
was
you own 2 of the machines, correct?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he does. Yep. So that gives you a little bit of what he does. Laney, I don't know if you want to start your side of the tour, and then certainly I want to take a little time. Their store is absolutely gorgeous in here. Unfortunately, I brought my wife. Hopefully, we can leave without spending too much money or going broke while we're here. But I definitely want to take time to do a tour of their store. It's a little bit too sunshiny out. I'd like to, if we maybe even just show you outside if we get time towards the end and the sun's down, just kind of what nice little area in Nashville, Indiana, on that. And so if you want to maybe go on your side of it and do a little bit of an in-depth tour, and then we'll kind of do the same thing on our side.
Absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and let's bring this, let's bring me up here. Oop. And now I'm going to be flying a little bit blind. Can you turn that for me over there, Joe, that speaker,
Sure.
just so I can kind of see what I'm looking at? And I'm going to, if you ask me a question, AJ, you're going to be my ears because I can't
right.
be tethered here.
I can do that.
And we're going to switch over to camera 2 here. And I'm going to start off, make sure I don't get tangled up in everything. Joe, do you mind stepping off camera just for a minute? I'm going to go ahead and step off and come over here. I'm going to have you kind of tell me a little bit about these. Let's start off with some little coasters, nice inlay coasters and all. But these are serving blocks or cutting blocks? What would you classify these as?
These are actually serving trays. What we call this is kitchen art.
Right.
This is more for the.
Got a bit of a light glare. There we go. Kitchen art, and there's a variety of them. Here's another one over here, guys. So they do these beautiful artwork within there, and then a very nice finish. And then, of course, our cutting block, butcher blocks. We have some nice butcher blocks. Here's a nice little toy over there, a little game. But these are the wine trays, or what?
Actually, this one is
I'm
really.
not culinary
No.
based, but there's a technical name for it.
These particular ones are just for tequila servers.
Okay.
And we come back and use a digital wood carver and do all different kind of real nice cuts in there.
Excellent. They even make bow ties for wedding events and all. Some beautiful artwork, but just quite a variety. Outdoor party serving trays where you can have your snacks and drinks at the same time. And some more. And these are all inlaid with a resin or some type of filler. And then I always get the name wrong on this, but charcuterie boards and
those are
sushi boards.
yeah.
These are sushi boards.
Mhm.
Here, the two dragons. And then I don't think I brought out a charcuterie board, but that's where we're at, Burl. These are some of the things. But if you don't mind, Joe, I'm going to walk right past you here, and we're going to walk into your storefront a bit. And just take a look around the store. And one of the big shining items in the store are these large tables and chair sets. So these, I'm about maxed out on my table here, but beautiful table and chair sets. Here's another one over here. With a couple of serving trays sitting on top of it. And yeah, beautiful store. I fell in love with this store the very first time that I walked into it. And I thought to myself, when Burl said that he wanted to do an on-site location, I thought there's no better place than Joe's place here and AJ's place. And then, of course, as we walk into the kitchen area, I'm not going to show all of our lighting and everything too much, but let's switch back there. We are back, guys. We had to go mobile for a moment. Let's see here if I can exit out of this. And let's bring Burl and them back up. So Burl, that was a quick and dirty view. Hopefully I couldn't see what I was doing. Did that look okay?
It looked pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good. But one of the things that I love about this, and I'm actually going to pop this back in, is every once in a while, Joe calls me. You know, we have customer service for all the Digital Wood Carver customers, and every once in a while, I get to kind of help a little bit with some of the things they're making as far as, you know, if they just can't quite figure out something or what have you. And that's what I love about this. They have their beautiful items that they make, and every once in a while, I get a little bit of input on that. But
Yes, you do.
They have these pasta forks. Where are we at? Right here. These pasta forks, and I got to set up camera 2 again when Burl starts talking and stuff. But absolutely outstanding. Now, Joe, you said something about these. These are kind of little. They're not giveaway items. You still sell them, but
We sell them for $9.95, but we give them away to the people in the pasta classes, and
Outstanding.
put our logo on them, and they're
I'll
all
get a
made on the
close-up
wood
of
carver.
this, when we get a chance, guys, and everything. But Burl, it's a beautiful storefront right on the I consider Hillsborough Avenue a main highway.
Yes.
And they're within a very nice shopping center on Hillsborough Avenue in Tampa. And for me, it's about an hour and a half drive from Ocala, where I am. But I absolutely love it over here, and I'm so glad. Thank you for letting us, invade your space for about an hour or so. Burl, I'm going to kind of let you talk a little bit, you and Bobby, and I got to set up my camera that I took off my tripod to do a solo show.
I'm gonna try flipping my camera, and what I'd like to do is I'm gonna walk around the store, and I'm gonna try to have see if I can get.
Now you're flipped horizontally for that widescreen view. I lost hold on a second, Burl. You're black screen right now. Let's get this back. Burl is still with us. I can still hear him, but his phone camera has went.
Yeah, I was trying to flip to the other my other front camera, but we'll do it this way. Apologize. Oh, I did.
There you go.
Okay. So what I'm going to do here, Bob, if you can go around, and we're going to basically just kind of make a trip around the.
All right. I'll follow you.
Well, before we start off by the door, if you get a chance at the end, I'll let you out there kind of point out some of the different things that you've done. Absolutely gorgeous. Some of the different things. I know you've been very, very successful with doing some unique things with guitars. So give us a little point there.
First of all, like I say, most of the work that I do in here is custom. So
Yes.
I'm very lucky and fortunate when I get to bring stuff in here that's not already sold. So a lot of these items, the guitar work I do, those seem to be very popular. Camping signs, since we have 17 or 70,000 acres of forest around here.
Yeah, I know this is a huge place for people coming in, spending the weekends.
Right.
Doing that. Yep.
And most people come to our area to purchase handmade products, and they enjoy the fact that most of the wood is from Brown County here. So, as I said, most of the stuff I do is custom. Anything you see in here, for the most part, is for sale. But as I said, I get lucky when I get to bring things into sale.
Sure. I'm going to do a quick scan around, just looking at different things. I know Bobby does an excellent job on here. Tell us a little bit about, we'll go down on this end, not only with the wood carver. By the way, I want to do a shout out to his Homes on a Limb in Nashville, Indiana. Want to invite anybody out there to come down to our little town, our little town. It's absolutely gorgeous. Walk the street here. Get some. I know one of my favorite places, and even from a kid, is the peanut shop on Main Street.
Absolutely.
If you want some, honey roasted cashews,
Right.
it gets me every time. So it's definitely invite you down home on the limb. He's 1 block off, but he also has candles. We're going to go down here to this end and kind of show you some of that. Once again, I don't know if you caught it, but Bobby and his wife Kim all hand make these candles also.
4 years ago, my wife started making these candles in our kitchen.
Yep.
And fast forward 4 years, and we've become one of the most popular candles in this area.
Yeah.
And I
In fact,
can
we have a
attest for
large
those
on-off.
candles, Bobby.
Yeah, I know your mother likes those a lot out here.
Yeah, I've got a few
So
of
we've
those
done that
candles.
for 4 years. We just recently acquired and purchased the Brown County Soap Company.
Yep.
My wife, by the way, makes the candles right here in the store.
Yep.
And we just today finished a small production area for her in her she shed on our property to make the soap. So it's handmade as well.
Nice. Well, they definitely have a nice shop here. Let me
Didn't want to go with a mobile phone multimeter. I should have, but I wanted to stay tethered for the higher definition.
I think they can hear you.
He has a buddy, friend that does bowls.
I've got a good friend of mine, Gordon McKinney from Red Oak Enterprises, that hand turns these bowls for me.
Yep.
Or for himself, and we purchase them for him to sell retail.
So we got one more wall, and also I want to point out that Bobby makes a lot of live edge. That's just absolutely huge right now, is these big thick slabs at the bench. We were literally at a table, and I'll show it to you here in just a second. But that is another area that Bobby does, is big furniture. He makes a lot of custom stuff.
Make a lot of custom dining tables.
Yep. Let's make our way around here. Here's a couple of small pieces that he makes, and we'll show you there. Look what's in the corner. I will say that about a month ago, or has it been that long ago?
Probably a month, yeah.
About a month ago, Bob come to me and said, "Hey, we do a lot of your products that people ask." And so, actually, Bob has a 1824, 1824, set up in the corner of his shop, and he sold his last machine last week.
Sold it last weekend.
Yeah, last weekend. So he's kind of definitely helps us out now retail, but where we sell machines. But this big slab here, that's what we were getting at. He makes these as a guy locally that welds the frames. Is that correct? Yep.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
He welds the frames locally, and I know one thing that Bob and Clay really emphasize on is this stuff, and that's one of the cultures down here in Nashville. It's a tourist area. People want to see other things that you'll see in this area. I know at some time they still have a chainsaw carver.
They do?
Yeah, they have like a chainsaw carver that will do that. A lot of handmade. When I was a kid, they still have the where the guy that blows the glass.
We do have glass blower, the Lawrence Family Glass Blowing Company.
Yep, the glass blowing. It's just all kinds of things. You think it's the sun went down enough? Maybe we can step outside and kind of
Maybe, sure, yeah.
Let's do a little view down. I remember this as a kid. I walked these streets many a time. We go into the different places, and this is what is, Nashville is all about. We're going to do just a little bit of a street view of what it is. Obviously, it's after hours now. But you see these little streets. You take a weekend, especially a holiday weekend, this street, literally, Bobby, wouldn't you say it's pretty well shoulder to shoulder? It's
like an ant farm.
Especially if you get here on a fall when all the leaves have turned.
We get about 3 million visitors a year here, Burl. Yeah. 1 million of those are in October.
Yeah.
During the seasonal change.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. But he has a nice location. I'm going to take it down just a little bit. Not too much there. But once again, I want to focus on his little plate and all handmade stuff. So let's go back inside. We'll get back on the camera. Laney, you still with us?
I am still with you. Let's go ahead and split back to our view here. What I was saying, my microphone was hot a moment ago. What I was saying is I like the fact that you're untethered with your cell phone. I was with the camera. I was tethered, so I couldn't go into full detail of the stores. But while Burl is getting his phone switched back over, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more with AJ and Joe. One of the things that I really didn't get a chance to show off when we were talking, guys, is this nice little egg tray, egg serving tray. It looks like it holds 18, right? So,
and that's just a nice slab of walnut that we took from our farm, and we just like making things we can use in our kitchen.
Absolutely, and this can be used in the kitchen, and it can be put right in the refrigerator,
of course.
And it's got some nice handholds underneath, so they can pull it right out of the refrigerator. They can bring it out when they're doing their cooking classes and everything. But guys, this is the things that really kind of makes a difference with you guys. And hey, Burl, you're back. How you doing? Also, these little, I'm going to call it a salt pillar. What is it?
Salt cellar.
Salt cellar. These wonderful little salt cellars are made on the Digital Wood Carver as well. There's a little salt down there in the end, in the bottom, but nice magnetic lid, beautiful variety of woods. And this is great for some of those offcuts and miscellaneous things and everything. And a nice little bit of a laser engraving here at the top. It says salt. But this is for,
right in the kitchen,
great and easy for
salt right by your side. I added in there, close
seasoning
it back
and
up.
everything. Phenomenal stuff, guys. Pretty cool. And so I wanted to show that off as well, Burl. Let me get you back on the screen here. I was waiting for you to flip your cell phone around. We're gonna, Burl, you and I, one of these days, will be masters at these live streams. Where we kind of nail things down and stuff when we need practice, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for sticking with us. We got some great comments have been thrown up on the screen and stuff. Tons of great items and ideas. Bobby, that's a beautiful store. I've never been to your storefront. I've been to your shop, but a beautiful storefront. So congratulations on that. And I think you just said you just acquired a soap company.
We did. Yeah, we bought the Brown County Soap Company. So we're now making soap.
Yeah, so congratulations on that and everything. Now, you graduated from the University of Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe, you are an entrepreneur. You got to go to a very nice entrepreneur program within the university. And he also, after he graduated, he got to kind of travel a bit to learn, different skills and within the culinary world. And when you guys got back, how long has AJ's Kitchen Drawer been?
It's about a little over 4 years now.
4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 years, they thought, hey, let's figure out what to do. And then, of course, you guys combined your skills, your wood supply, and your skills very well. They own 2 of our digital wood carvers, our 2440 models, and all of these things were made on the 2440s, right? You don't have to go big. And if I'm not mistaken, you also, Bobby, own 2 2440s. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I do. I own 2 2440s.
Yes. Sorry about that. We put you on mute so that.
That's good. So there's no feedback and everything. I absolutely, I appreciate that. No, and AJ was the one when I was talking about how I liked how you guys went around with a cell phone so you could go up and see everything. My microphone was still hot, so y'all probably heard that. Okay. But it was a great combination and a great business. You guys have been doing very well. It's Joe. I think I asked you this a bit earlier, and it's not really seasonal. Like you probably have your lulls, your highs and lows and stuff, but pretty much because of the culinary school, that kind of feeds the store, and it kind of a little bit vice versa.
Oh, yeah.
Does it stay fairly busy for you? Because understand this, guys. You know how most retail stores, they have to survive on sales. Also, all businesses do, right?
Right.
Their items are a little bit higher price bracket, so they don't need 50 to 100 people coming through the store daily. Am I saying that kind of correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
They're in a higher price bracket, but the things that they're selling, absolutely worth every penny. Beautiful items, and they also offer another side of things, the culinary side, to be able to teach how to use some of these utensils, how to use your skills, how to make some beautiful meals. And I think it just pairs up nicely. I love this store, and I'm going to stop talking, let you guys talk for a minute, and then we'll get back to Bobby and Burl. But I really do love the store. When you brought me over here the first time, I fell in love with it. And that's why when Burl said, hey, let's do it at the Onsite, and I was like, absolutely, because I wanted to come back here. The ideas come from a combination of both of you guys and girls, right? Mostly kind of you know what's,
a little bit of each,
what's wanted and everything. But tell us, I'm sure it wasn't great right out of the gate, right? It took a little while to kind of get things rolling and stuff. But now you do corporate events. Mm-hmm. And we talked a little bit about this during the introduction and everything. but you do private parties and a summer school for kids, a culinary summer school for kids, right?
for
And
kids.
how often? How many days a week is that?
That's Monday through Friday, 11 to 3. This is our international week, so every day different theme, doing different parts of the world, just having a lot of fun, in the kitchen.
Absolutely, and that's phenomenal. I mean, I'm sure. What are the age ranges?
It's 8 to 12.
8 to 12. All right, so we're gonna have some young chefs, awesome, around here in Central Florida. I love to eat. That's one of my favorite things to do. But the items that you sell, they could range from the very small knickknack type items to your cutting boards, your sushi trays, and then those beautiful slab tables and chairs sets that you make, and also knives. You guys make knives, and that's what we were talking about. AJ mentioned earlier that the students use those knives.
Yeah.
In the classes and everything. That's great. Joe, your farm that you have to harvest and everything, it's kind of required. That's where you don't want to, but it's required.
Right.
And all. Mostly the types of woods are oak,
Walnut, hickory, cherry, maple.
Man, that's a good variety, guys. What do you think, Burl? Pretty good variety of wood right there, right?
They are, and I love all those woods. I cut many of them up with a sawmill, and Wisconsin, Indiana, they all have some of the best hardwoods. Used to, I know our region we were way up there in the hardwoods. We don't have a lot of softwoods, but I love all those. Well, I've got a question here for Bobby, if you don't mind. And I apologize if I pointed out a little bit earlier. We love these guys allowing us to come into their store. We don't want to give out their trade secrets, stuff that they've made unique. One of the things I know you guys also do that Bobby does very, very well here is make things that's unique. I mean, these aren't, I hate saying the word Walmart, type of off-the-shelf signs. These are unique. Bobby, if you had a suggestion, for somebody that's looking to get into some businesses and stuff, so maybe some general ideas where you've taken, where you've come up with your ideas. And certainly, I don't ask you to give away trade secrets. We appreciate you guys allowing us to come in your stores and showing off your stuff. But we do have some people out there that's like, where do I even get started? How do I do this? I mean, you've come up with all these unique things. And that's one of the things I love about a CNC. We're just doing 2 customers out of our whole, complete, of all our customer base, and just totally 2 different things.
Right.
And so, somebody literally, you could have another store right next to you here and do something totally different.
Right.
But if you could give us, without once again giving away trade secrets, but some of the things that what spurs you, what some areas you look for and stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, certainly. Typically, I stick with the area. There are camping, for instance.
Yes.
There are a lot of campers that come here. So I made a few signs, and again, most of the things I make are commissioned work.
Yeah.
So I've gotten most of my ideas literally from my customers when they come
Nice.
in and say, "Hey, can you do this or can you do that? Can you take a photo of my camper and trace it through your system and try to duplicate that onto a sign?" So I've taken that, kind of grown with it, and I have a catalog of probably close to 5,000 different designs now.
Nice.
And half of those I probably have purchased, off the internet, and then kind of made them my own. Kind of make some changes in there, get some ideas from those, and do my own thing with them. So
That's cool.
the machine capabilities are endless.
Yeah. Well, and that brings up another idea. Obviously, to have a retail store like this, you will have some repeat. You will have some new customers. You also have to stay whatever per se trendy. We're on a table that is live edge.
Right.
And that concept right now, I know is huge.
Right.
When it comes to that, but you got to stay relevant to whether it's what's trending as far as culture wise too.
Right.
Whether it's signs. I know, and I appreciate you saying that. I didn't set you up because I have people ask me a lot of times in this show, how do I get started? How do I find what my niche is? And a lot of times, I love it that you said your customers directed you, from what hey, can you do this? Maybe it's something that you had similar to it, but maybe applying, what is unique or personal to them.
Right. And that's with all my CNC work. Now, every piece of furniture I make, every table I make, every bench I make are all one of a kind.
Yeah.
There's never a duplicate. And since then, since the CNCs have been introduced to our company, I've been doing like the We the People bench over there.
Yeah.
I've been doing some carvings into the furniture. So
yeah. So you combine not only, something that's, light edge, big, thick, heavy furniture,
right.
but then you're adding some personality to it.
Right.
Whether it's something that's on that particular part, whether it's,
right.
you can go in a lot of different ways.
Right.
We are in a camping area. We're also in southern Indiana. It's, I know this area is music. If you're into that, they have festivals.
A lot of music, a lot of lakes. So we have a lot of lake homes. We make a lot of lake house signs for people, or welcome to our home signs, welcome to our lake house, welcome to our cabin.
Right.
And
well, and that, I've been to Gatlinburg, obviously, taking my family there, and I never even thought, these hills around here, you have, the rental. People come here on a weekend, and they'll spend the weekend here, and of course, those owners of those cabins want people to come back because they want it to be unique, country, whatever they're looking for in that theme, and certainly can make it unique to this area when it comes to that.
I put a lot of furniture and a lot of signage in a lot of these rental cabins. So.
Yeah.
There you go.
You've definitely done very, very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Because you have, Bobby, you said in that town, if I'm not mistaken, Burl, you said a population of 800?
Yes.
There are 800 people that live in Nashville and less than 18,000 in the entire county. We are surrounded by roughly 75,000 acres of forest.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
And can you imagine 3 million, you said annually?
Right. We have about 3 million visitors a year, and 1 million of those are during the month of October.
Yeah.
During the quarterly change. Very popular.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, very cool. Now, Burl, Joe wants to share a little bit of a story about his relationship with Digital Wood Carver. And Joe, when you're finished telling that story, Sylvia Klosterman has a question that she posed that says, how do you stay trendy? Right now, Bobby, I want you to be thinking on the answer on that one. And when Joe goes, I'm going to pose that question to both of you one at a time to answer that. But Joe, go ahead and real quick and tell us a little bit about your relationship and Digital Wood Carver.
Well, it's kind of neat. We're going to the woodworker show. I was meeting a lumber guy that sells exotic woods, and I saw you guys there and your setup. And because we can't compete with the big box people like Bed Bath & Beyond with 1,000 items of all these little gizmos and stuff, we need to find that new, unique, different thing. So first time I've ever even heard of you guys, I'm looking at the stuff you're doing and saying, boy, this is going to fit with us because we want to incorporate new, different things, kind of a high-end market for us. And that's kind of where it started. We got our first machine and we started doing some of the inlays. We started out just doing inlays and just inlaying sushi boards, for example.
Right.
And wow, we sold a lot of those things. And then we continued on down that path to kind of where we do now with the kitchen art now is something that's very hot and unique. If you saw some of the trays we make, we can't keep them in stock. And they're not $100 or $200 items, but we sell them just like, I don't know if you remember back way in the beginning, you helped me do that 3D koi table where we did the steps in it.
Yes. It had multi-levels,
yes.
And just.
And that was in the store for probably 2 days. And that was a very high ticket item that people want me to make more of, but I won't make the same thing again, but we'll make more of those.
Right.
So kind of now Digital Wood Carver is kind of our go-to guy when I'm picking your brain, or we're looking for new products, how to extend what we do, make something that they can't get somewhere else. And it works well with the training center we have here, because we have a lot of culinary people that may not be professional chefs, but they're in and out all the time. And like the fancy trays, that's what they're going to bring out when they have their cocktail parties, and people are going to say, ooh, and that's why they bring them out. They can buy a $20 tray that'll work just as good at carrying things, but that's the idea of finding your market and where that fits in.
Absolutely.
And that continues on for us. We do crafts along with culinary in classes all year. So we do all our own cutouts, all our own wooden letters, everything that we use continuously in those. And all the designs are different than what you can probably buy on Amazon or on one of the places where the international guys sell this stuff. So from that point of view, as you know, because I'm always calling you, how do I move this thing, or what do I do? And we use just Aspire on both of our machines.
And that's a question that one of our viewers had, is what software you use. And Bobby, I'm going to pose that same question to you when you come back on, as far as what software you use. But how do you stay trendy? It kind of, that's a question that popped up.
Well, that's a good question, because one of the things I really like about Digital Wood Carver is their support. Because we're busy trying to make stuff and sell stuff. So I'm not quite the computer geek some people are and know all this stuff. I have to call, in this case, Laney. So it's a combination of, okay, how do I do this? Okay, let me take an hour's worth of training. We get the video, and it helps. And we just continue down that path, which we would never have the opportunity time-wise to do if we just had to stop and learn something from point A to point B.
Absolutely. And then, like you said, and Sylvia, to answer the question, how do you stay trendy, for Joe, is basically kind of seeing what fits with what you're doing, what people could use, and then saying, okay, how do I make that, right?
Absolutely. And that's why we get back to you, just like the 3-dimensional table we built. Can we do that? How do we do that? And that's where you guys come in, and we have, as you know, a lot of new ideas and different things. That's our lifeblood. We have to keep ahead of that. And it helps us, because we couldn't devote enough time just to adequately train ourselves in all of the different aspects of Aspire, for example.
Absolutely.
And it's like magic. Aspire we love that program.
Yeah. And so you use Aspire. Now, did you start out with Aspire, or did you grow from Pro to Aspire?
We grew from Pro to Aspire.
And the last thing, the show that you saw us at, was it the Tampa show, or was it the one up north?
No, it was the Tampa show.
It was the Tampa show. Excellent. Outstanding. All right, Bobby, Burl, if you could unmute your mic, because I'm going to pose the same question to Bobby. Bobby, if you could, how do you stay trendy? And also, what software are you using with your products?
I use VCarve Pro, and I'm very happy with VCarve Pro. I do mostly sign work, so it's right down my alley. As far as being trendy, I'm in the unique position here in Brown County, Indiana, of the village of Nashville, Indiana, started as an artist colony somewhere in the vicinity of 150 years ago. And so most of the products I make, people come in here, and visiting Nashville is like going back in time, if you will. So most of the products that I make are right along those lines. Most of the trendy stuff that I do is commissioned work, like customers walking in the door. Any stock item I make, I have a lot of people that come in here that are, in their 60s or 70s, and are like, wow, this store is what it used to be like when I came here as a kid. Right. And so we try to keep it, again, everything that we make in here is handmade. And I tell people, I can make anything you want. You think it up, I'll create it.
Absolutely. And that, I guess because you're trying trendy, and when I say trendy, when I think trendy, like the question that was posed, how do you say trendy? I think that's kind of like, new, right? Or changing and all, but you're trying to create these unique and cool things, but also stay with the times of your surroundings, of the town,
Right.
of the basically, I want to call it the theme of the town, if you will, kind of the I don't know a better word,
Aesthetic.
the aesthetic. Thank you. Very good, AJ.
Yeah. Our store, we've been told that. In fact, our store is aesthetically perfect for this town.
Right.
Excellent. All right. Now I have before we go, I'm gonna or not before we go, but I have another question for you to both of you, and these are questions that Sylvia's thrown out at us. Do you guys ever check out Etsy to kind of see what people are doing on there and say, "Oh, that's pretty cool. Maybe I can incorporate that in," or do you kind of, just kind of go your own way? Do you basically? Let me change that a little bit. Do you get inspiration from other areas? Do you? I mean, is it something you think on your own, or is there things out there that you get inspiration from?
I create a lot of my own designs. However, if I have a customer that comes in and is a little unsure of what they may want, I'll send them to Etsy or to Google or whatever to find a vector design that they may like.
A sample.
So I can create anything they want, and I'll tell them that. But however, some of them come in with their own designs and ask me if I can do that for them. So sure, yeah.
Absolutely. Now you have your items that you make that you sell at the store, but you also do orders and custom things. So is it kind of similar, the same kind of situation for you, where if they say, "Oh, I want this," and they really don't know what it is, do you send them somewhere and say, "Okay, go look online, Google, and so I can kind of get an idea what you're making," or do you pretty much kind of steer them?
Sometimes we have.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we're not up.
Oh, hold on.
You're
Let me get both of us up there. Sorry, I was talking to AJ. Go ahead. Thank you, guys.
Most of the time, either they have something they've seen online for a custom order, or something that I can draw up on like a Corel, or it's one of our designing programs. As far as Etsy and staying trendy, I mean, I usually come up with most of the ideas, and I try to think of things that aren't necessarily made out of wood normally, that we try to make our own way of doing it. That's probably why he's calling you so much, because I'm always challenging him to do things. But no, normally when we go on Etsy, at least from a business standpoint, it's more like to see, kind of the market price for some of the things you're doing. Not saying exactly that they get that amount on Etsy, but if we're going to make these giant tables with a lot of man hours of work and carving and resin, that to kind of get an idea of where it's at.
I think Bobby could probably agree, and maybe Joe, you could too. You said the keyword. I think probably the hardest thing for you guys probably is kind of pricing your stuff, right? I mean, you know what you want for it and everything, but is it kind of you got to figure out, okay, what are these things going for out there in the world? You got to have some kind of starting point, and then say, okay, I'm adding 10%.
It's not quite a commodity where you just need to get your 40% back, because it's art too. So a lot of artists, have a very large markup on it. So we kind of find an area that is reasonable for some of this stuff.
Absolutely. Bobby, you kind of agree with that a little bit? You got to find an area that's reasonable, but it is art.
If I'm doing sign work or work with my digital wood carver, I've figured out a pricing per square inch on some and per square foot on others.
Yeah.
Unless it's a very complicated design that I have to do myself, and I kind of stick with that, and it seems to work out. As far as the artwork I do in the custom table and furniture, I get paid fairly well for those. Yeah. Again, they're all one of a kind. They're very, very select, beautiful pieces of wood. Some have inlays and some don't, but yes, we do pretty well.
Well, and one of the things that I find that most people do, and I think you guys have hopefully got past that, is they undersell their stuff. And I love walking in here in Bob's store here, and it is unique. I mean, one of the first things when we talked about the table is you wouldn't go to the store down the road and see the same thing. Well, they're selling it for $3. I'll give you $2.50 for it. This is, you don't walk into his store here, and I guarantee you there is not another store in Nashville, Indiana, let alone the United States, will have exactly what he has here. And so when they come into that store, it's unique to him. And a lot of times people will undersell it. It is art. And if you have something and you take the time and make it very, very presentable, this person is liable to take whether it's a sign or a table, and that may be their entryway piece.
Right.
And so when guests and stuff come into their house, they're proud of that piece. That's going to be their, showroom when you walk in. It's like, oh, wow, where did you get that?
Right.
How did you make it? And, they'll have a story kind of along with it. That was a time I was camping in southern Indiana, just absolutely great.
Right.
Went into this little store, and there it was. I had to have it. That type of, those are kind of stories. Well, there's not necessarily a price for that.
No.
That they can do. So a lot of times some people will undersell their stuff. Well, I seen one at Walmart that was $30. Okay, I'll try, sell it for, 28, type of deal. Try to get unique, those things.
I work with people, I can tell when somebody really likes a piece that I make, and it may not financially be in a spot to buy it.
Sure.
And I'll work with them.
Sure.
And my wife worked with the person at this table we're sitting at.
and so, very good. That's always a good sign to have hanging around in the shop. Now,
Right.
Bobby, I just had AJ, ladies and gentlemen that are watching, in the chat area. I posted or had AJ post his website to his website address to his website, AJ's Kitchen Drawer. Bobby, when as we're talking and stuff, if you could kind of throw yours out there. Let me zoom in on that, Burl. Bear with me 1 second, so people can capture that.
Facebook page, Kenny. We don't have a website, or we're in fear of having a website. We're so busy now that it's almost impossible to stay caught up, but we do really well with that one.
Homes on a limb.
Homes on a limb on
Homes on a limb. Facebook. Yep.
All right, excellent. That sounds good. So there is Bobby Dunlap's information there that Burl just showed off. Awesome. And what I'll do, guys, in just a minute is I'll type that in the chat here in just a second. Let me get back to this. And one of the things that Burl, we have we're in our 50-minute mark, 52-minute mark. But Bobby, one of the things I don't know if I caught from you and all, how'd your relationship start with Digital Wood Carver? Did you find us at a show, or did you and Burl know each other from way back when? Or
what? My wife had the idea of getting a wood carver, and God bless her, for like 6 months, all I heard in the living room trying to watch a football game or something was wood carving videos. And it was a hard sell for me. She introduced me to it, and we decided to make the purchase. I met Burl, and I thought, wow, what a great guy. And I soon found out exactly how intense the customer support is with this company through you and Burl. I'm in a very fortunate situation where if I need something, I'm 40 minutes from Burl. I'm 40 minutes from where they make these machines. So, and then I'm a phone call away from you, Laney.
You are. Yeah.
To show you just how quick it can happen.
And that's one thing, ladies and gentlemen, is you, all these customers like Bobby and Joe, they're a phone call away from Digital Wood Carver.
Exactly.
Anytime, they need to reach out. And Bobby, you tested me the other day. Now, as Burl was saying, when Burl was walking around the show, Bobby actually took one of our mini carvers into his store and you sold it. You didn't have it very long. But before that sale happened, Bobby tested me. He called me up, and Bobby said, "Yeah, you can attest this." He's like,
I
"Hey,
had the
Laney,
customer.
I got a problem, and you showed me. I don't remember and everything." And I'm like, "Okay." And he stops me, and what'd you say to me, Bobby?
I said, "Hey, hold on. I don't need to go through this again. I told you that I had lost a vacuum breaker in my control box, and I had a customer standing here. I was just trying to prove to him how quick the customer service reaction is with this company. And so I made the call. You answered. I told you that the vacuum breaker box, or the vacuum breaker had gone, and I needed some help with that. And you immediately jumped on it. I had to stop you and slow you down because you take off pretty quick. And
I was like, it took
the guy, I said, I want to show you how fast the customer service is and how quick the reaction is with this company. And so I stopped you and told you I did not have that issue, but I just wanted to show the customer who's standing here getting ready to purchase this machine how good and how fast the customer service was.
Absolutely.
So you
Let
did
me
well.
ask you, was that the customer that purchased the mini carver from you? Was that the same gentleman?
It was.
Outstanding.
Nice.
Teamwork
didn't know
makes the
that
dream
story.
work,
It was a
Bobby.
great story with the customer as well. This customer came in who makes eyeglasses for a living. He has 10 locations. And ironically enough, his grandson is blind from birth. He bought this machine to make braille puzzles and other sorts of toys for his 7-year-old grandson, which was a pretty cool story, I thought.
Yeah, that's going to be very cool. Now, before we get ready to wrap up, Burl, and say our goodbyes or anything, AJ, you were telling me after we were talking about Joe's story of how he met Digital Wood Carver. I wanted to give, and Bobby, I want to give you the same kind of time frame stuff up, but I want to give you the ability to kind of promote your store. We're here. You let us take time out of your day. Is there anything that you want to tell the public about your store? And as we wrap into our, go ahead.
Of course. Well, yeah, if you're anywhere here in the Florida, anywhere around here, and you come through Tampa, you should definitely come check us out. You can have a fun night out, little date night class here while you stop by, check out a few things. But on top of that, we do a lot of promoting on our Facebook, our Instagram, on our website. And some of these pieces that you saw here today, we're going to be posting on there as well. So if you want to kind of stay with us here in the future, kind of see the different things we'll be making as we go. Like I said, it's all going to be one of a kind. We probably won't ever make the two of the same thing. So you can check it out on there. If you're very interested, you can give us a call on it as well. But we're going to be kind of showcasing all of our work on our Instagram and Facebook moving forward.
Absolutely. So for you viewers that aren't looking to buy a CNC, but are looking for some beautiful made CNC products, and you happen to be in the Tampa area or the Florida area, definitely check out AJ's Kitchen Drawer. And the same thing, let's go back to Bobby and the guys over there. Bobby, is there anything that you would like to tell the customers, from your point of view of the store, your store?
Sure. I'd like to say that, first of all, thank you guys for having us on. We've done enough to promote my store. I could say a little bit of promotion for Brown County, Indiana.
Right.
Brown County, as I said before, 75,000 acres of forest in this area. We have multiple lakes, multiple campgrounds. We have some of the best hiking trails in this region of the country. And we're in the top 10 for bike trails in the world. People come here from all over the United States, not only to enjoy our state parks, but they also come here to enjoy those bike trails and hiking trails. So music, we have right down the road, the Bill Monroe Campground, which has 3 bluegrass festivals every year. We have the new Brown County Music Center here that holds 2,000 people. It's a sellout every show they have. This is a fantastic area to visit. If you come to this area, what's up?
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll put a plug in for you. If you come here, his store is literally one block off of the main street, right in the middle, thick of it. If you walk around, you can't. There's basically north or south, east or west. Anyhow, there's a main road through it, and there's like one road north and south of it. He's on one of the main strips. Look him up. I guarantee you can't come to his store without knowing that he has a CNC router, and there's a sign over there about a digital wood carver. But come check him out too. Love the store,
sure.
Love the area. We love coming down into Brown County.
Yeah, and I just want to say for you guys and girls that are watching and stuff, if you are in the Indiana area, the guys were, when we first started and you kind of told where you were when you said Nashville, Indiana, they're like, did I hear that right? Nashville, Indiana? And it's not common. You always associate Nashville with Tennessee, but Nashville, Indiana is, as they said, is a great place. Also, Tampa, Florida. They have all kinds of wonderful festivals off of the bay and everything. And when is the Pirates thing every year? What month?
It's about every January.
Every January and stuff.
February type
but
thing.
If you're ever out in the area, jump on West Hillsborough Avenue. Definitely come out and check out AJ's Kitchen Drawer. Burl, this has been fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Yeah, you're absolutely welcome. And we have some bugs to work out, right, with audio and video and stuff, but we'll get it, bro. It's our first go around. But I would love to do this again in the future. Bobby, as always, it's a pleasure.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, don't you worry. You can test me anytime you want with any of those potential people coming in to buy your stuff.
I've got
I'm
an
always-
Burl delivered tonight, so I'll probably sell it this weekend. I'll be calling.
There you go. I'm on the go. I'm already ready for you. Joe, as always, beautiful stuff. Love your store. Bobby, I love your store, even though I haven't been there yet, but what I saw was beautiful. And from Digital Wood Carver, thanks for being customers. Thanks for owning 2 of our 2440s each. So that's great. And we look forward to working with you more in the future.
Of course.
For sure, for your future ideas. Bobby, same thing. Looking forward to Bobby, I've helped you with a couple of design things, right? Every once in a while.
You have, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
So see, guys, I'm involved with their stores in some way. But Burl, let's say I'm gonna let you close out tonight with your goodbyes, and I've already said mine. So I want to thank you all for joining us tonight, and I'm going to turn it over to Burl and let him close out the show. Joe Albrecht, AJ Albrecht, AJ's Kitchen Drawer. Thanks for having me tonight. Burl, go ahead and close her out.
Well, I want to first of all say thanks to Joe and AJ for joining us. And of course, Bobby. His wife's back. I was going to embarrass her and have her come out, but I didn't want to do it. She's already saying no when I said that. We had a fun evening, and I appreciate you guys taking a little time. This is after hours on that. Both of you are phenomenal customers. This is only just a small glimpse of our customer base out there, but we wanted to give people a look at some good success stories, and we appreciate it. If you guys have questions, obviously give us a call. We do have specials going on, so feel free to do that. But once again, from Digital Wood Carver, we want to thank you guys for opening up your shop, and it was a great show. I mean, it turned out good. So appreciate it, everybody. Until next time, we'll try to do it again next month. I don't know what's on the topic, but follow us on Facebook, our website, and that will all be coming next month. So until then, we'll see you guys.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Have a great night. See you, Burl. Thanks, Bobby. Good to see you again.
You bet. Anytime.
Bye now.